The Ronin-S has finally arrived. This camera stabilizer, otherwise known as a gimbal, has taken camera stability and portability to a whole new level. This single grip gimbal gets Hollywood grade shots in a simple solution. In all honesty, you could probably even get better than Hollywood grade shots with a little bit of practice. For today, I'm using the Sony Alpha 6300 with an 18-105 lens, so I've got even more flexibility for zoom. Traditionally, small-scale productions, music videos, and YouTubers have trusted the Osmo, a similar stabilizer and gimbal, for years to capture stable footage. I even made a video on the Osmo showcasing 5 unique ways to use it and how much I loved it. I even built a business on it. Many people love the Osmo because you could control motion with your wrist or with a touch of your finger on screen. It's very simple. The Osmo has finally grown up, and without stepping on the toes of the Ronin-M, the Ronin-MX, or the Ronin-2, in fact, you could use this for 2 weeks and you won't need back surgery. Yeah, it's light, right? Now there is a more portable, single-handle gimbal for most DSLRs and mirrorless cameras. The Ronin-S can hold anything from a Sony mirrorless or RX100 Mark VI to a Red Epic. It can hold a variety of lenses as well, providing a low-light solution and a larger camera sensor solution that provides flexibility for even more creativity. I've been using a new lens, and I have to say that I love this new lens, and I love the shots that I'm getting with the sensor. But now I can do low light shots, even vertigo shots as well. The Osmo was a great tool because it could be fitted or attached to a myriad of vehicles, from skateboards to windshields and even boats. The problem was that the battery lasted a few hours at most. Well, now the Ronin-S has offered me almost infinite battery life. I'm just joking, it actually lasted me about a week, and now I haven't been using it consistently, but I'm typically someone who turns off the battery quite a lot. It really did last me a week. The battery in the Ronin-S offers all-day long power. In addition, we don't need some stupid proprietary charger in order to charge it. Using my USB-C cable, I was even able to charge the Ronin-S with my nightstand charger. So the Ronin-S holds up to 9 pounds of camera, battery lasts all day long, and it even has intelligent controls for motion lapse and time lapsing. But the Ronin-S does other intelligent tracking modes from different styles of time lapsing. In all honesty, it does not have the facial tracking like the Crane 2 gimbal, but the Ronin-S does offer 3 different customizable control modes. So if you want to track a fast car, or you want to slow things down for that portrait of your friend, you can do it. Set the settings once and be ready to go. The joystick, I have to say, is quite useful, even in luggage mode, to tilt the camera up. But I am realizing that my right arm is becoming bigger than my left, and no one wants that look. So I've been practicing using the gimbal with my left hand as well. One of the things I wanted to do in the Ronin-S review was provide more detailed information than anything else that's out there, because on YouTube it's all about getting the video out first and quick. But in life, it's all about getting it right. So that's what I want to do here, is get it right and show you some things that I haven't seen online and may give you some more options, some more features to use this Ronin-S. I gotta say, I'm just bluntly obsessed with the Ronin-S. It's amazing. So what we're gonna do is, first off, we're gonna show you how to do infinite spin with the Ronin-S. Then I'll show you how to balance the gimbal. Now, I've seen that on other shows, but you know, I just want to show you how to balance the gimbal, because you can't do infinite spin unless you balance the gimbal properly. The last thing that we'll do is we'll go over how to adjust your settings to get slow motion and to get fast motion. We're going to set up our number 1 as fast, we're going to set up our number 2 as slow, and our number 3 as infinite spin. So how do you get infinite spin? Well, let's go ahead and I'm going to show you my screen recording of what we're doing. So with infinite spin, we're going to link the Ronin-S to the app itself. Then we're going to go into the control settings and parameters. We're going to go to mode 3 and we're going to change the roll to NA, and then we're going to change the pan to roll. Once we do that, what we're able to do is get the infinite spin, and it should look something like this. So we're going to power on. Now we're gonna have to be in mode 3 to do this, okay? So nope, we're in mode 3. I'm gonna turn her around. I'm gonna go in luggage mode, okay? I'm gonna double click, okay? And now, whee! That's cool. Now, this will not work unless your gimbal is perfectly balanced. I mean, perfectly balanced. So the next thing that we're gonna show you how to do is perfectly balance your gimbal. One of the most important things about using the Ronin-S is balancing the Ronin-S properly. Now, there are a lot of videos out there on how to balance it, but there are a couple key nuances that you should understand if you balance it. First of all, that infinite spin move is not possible unless it's absolutely perfectly balanced. Number 2, you could think that your Ronin-S is balanced, but if you're trying to do a move like this where you're panning and tilting the camera, if you notice the horizon drifting when you try to do that, that means your camera is not actually balanced. So I'm using a Sony a6300 with an 18-105 E-mount lens on it. It's a pretty solid lens. I'm leaving the lens cap on because typically I would put an ND filter in here or something, so that would adjust the weight. Any time that you change the lens filter, you should do an auto-tune or an auto rebalance when you're done balancing the gimbal. Remember, you go into your Ronin-S app, you go into motor configurations, motor settings, and then click auto-tune, because you need to do that pretty much every single time you use the Ronin-S, especially when you throw on a new lens. That's so critical. All right, so let's go ahead and let's put this together. Step 1 is putting the handle in, locking it down. Doesn't have to be all the way forward, but it definitely helps. I like to use the tripod to help balance it. Makes it a lot easier, more stable. And now, the fun begins. Okay, so here we go. I'm gonna be sliding my Ronin-S in the front. Now there's 3 axes that we have to balance. So first things first, I'm gonna lock this in place. I want to make sure that the weight for this tilt is, oh, that's too far forward. Okay, I'm going to go back and set this. Now what I'm going to do is see this back knob, unscrew that back knob. I'm going to move the camera as close to that arm as possible. Now, how do you know if a camera is balanced? Because it'll stay in any position. Like it could be pointed straight up, it'll stay in that position. So what we'll do is we will move this over. So I just unscrewed the roll. I really just want it to sit perfectly level. All right. So that's good. Now I need to adjust axis. All right, now I'm gonna reset this. Okay, I'm gonna move this camera back just a little bit. There we go. Okay. Now, the hardest part of balancing is getting this yaw down, because if you move your camera, it should pretty much just stay there. If it continues to spin for any reason, then it's not balanced. Okay, so we'll move this up. Yeah, see, we're still not balanced because we should still be able to move the camera like this and have it just pretty much sit there. Now, typically I don't take this long to balance the gimbal, but because I've messed with this so much, perfect. Okay, tighten that up again. So now, see, we're tilting. Okay. Boom. That's it right there. So we want to tighten everything up real good. Okay, we're going to turn it on. All right. Go to our app. We're going to go to Connect to Ronin, Ronin-S. Okay, we're going to go to Configuration. Motor parameters, auto-tune. See how it's jumping like that? Making all that sound? That's a good thing. Awesome, and that's how you balance it. One of the nice things about the Ronin-S is the ability to use different control modes on it. Now I've got 3 set up for infinite spin like I just showed you, but what I want to do is I want to have one fast mode, so if a car is going by really fast I could just pan really nice and fast. But I also want to have something nice and slow. So what I'm going to do is show you exactly how to make a super slow moving camera. Alright, so we're going to go into the Ronin-S app. Alright, I'm on mode 2. As you can see there, I'm on mode 2, okay? And what we're gonna do is we're gonna go into control settings, okay? Notice on the top it says user 2, we're gonna go to control settings. Okay, pan, see it says deadband, max speed, smoothing. What is deadband? Deadband is the time from when you let your hand off the stick to when the camera actually stops moving. Okay, deadband we want medium. Now speed, I want to go custom. If I go super slow, say customize, let's say 17, look how nice and smooth this is. Look at that. Now remember, we want a nice, slow, smooth pan because we can always speed up footage. That's never a problem. The problem is always slowing it down. Look at this. This is beautiful. Now that's only for pan, okay? So we need to go to tilt. Go to speed, customize. Now tilt, I may want a little bit faster. That's too fast. Let's go to, oh yeah, that's cinematic right there. 13 for tilt. Roll, let's go customize. Let's just take that down. Oh yeah, look how smooth that is. Look at that. That's all the way down on the joystick too. Which, by the way, something interesting about this joystick, did you know you can actually remove this joystick and use a Mavic Air joystick? See, there it is. Just a little knobby. Funny, huh? All right, guys. Well, that's how you set it up to go slow. Now let's go to mode 1 and set it up for fast. Okay, so back to control settings, max speed. Let's go to customized. Let's go to 61. Oh yeah, see how fast that is? Whoom. Car going by, whoom, that may not be fast enough. Woo, woo. Yep, that's good. Okay, tilt. Still want, it would still be nice to have a slower tilt, but we're gonna go to like 22. No, faster. Yeah, that's good. I don't want it to be too fast. Roll, we'll leave it 60. Yeah, 70. Yep, okay. So this is super fast. This is my mode 1. All right, and then my mode 2, super slow, because that's how we get beautiful shots. All right, well that's how you set up the motor settings in your Ronin-S. Next up, how are you gonna set up yours? So far, you can't beat this value for the price. Currently, the Ronin-S is around 600 bucks, and I have to say, I love the Ronin-S so much. I'd like to have facial tracking, but what if that ends up being a firmware update? Check out our channel for more honest reviews and instructional guides. But guys, I'm having a lot of fun with this Ronin-S. Check out some of the footage I got with it. My name's Paul. You're watching Drone U TV.